Alrighty, buddy. There we go. Check it out. Oh, I'm in the water. Wow, wow. Nope, it's shallow because my truck is in the water. Whew. Alright, I gotta be careful here. Oh yeah, shallow mallow. Alright, let's go catch some fish, bro. You're gonna not win. Oh, lucky. 3, 2, 1, jump! You're gonna wear this awesome hat to keep your ears warm. There we go. Getting warmer. Get you all warmed up. We'll have that bad boy blowing. Alright. Can you stand up for just a sec? Can you even muster the strength to stand?
I'm slow.
You're slow because it's cold, I hear you. Alright, why don't you go sit right there for a sec while I put this up, okay? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am out here late February. It's cold today. It is like, I think it was like 30. It didn't freeze last night, but it was like 38 degrees. It's probably about 40 right now. I don't know, maybe it's colder. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to snow today. I am out here with Porter. He is down there in the tent. Porter, say hi.
Hi.
Fun fact, Porter lost a tooth the other day. First tooth. Missing a tooth now. So anyway, me and him are out here. He's bundled up, heated up. He's doing good. Are you warm? Uh-huh. Yep, he said he's warm, so that's good. I think it's actually, I'm seeing a couple snowflakes here and there, guys. I think it's gonna snow. I'm out here on a new lake that I've only fished twice in my life. This is Lake Whitman. It's a tiny little lake. It's little. I think it's 29-acre lake, little lake. But I came to it because I thought, let's try something new. We're always going to Tanox. This one's not too far from the house. Let's go to this one and see what we can do at a small little lake. I idled around, marked some fish. They were all out deeper in about 20. We have a little bit of wind today. We got this cloud cover and wind, and this lake is not super deep, 20 feet in the max, and it's like right out over here, and the lake is probably the deepest. The rest of the lake is pretty much, it's fairly shallow. It's pretty cool. There's a little island over here. It's tiny, so I feel like I could fish the whole thing. We only have a few hours today. I felt like coming to a lake that was small, I could kind of fish the whole thing and not feel like, what if I would have done something else? Would I have caught some fish? That's what we're doing today. I want to say to every single one of you guys, thank you again, guys, so much. We're at 500 subscribers. We are over 500 subscribers, guys. You guys are crushing it. You're helping me out a ton. It means the world to me. I really appreciate it. I can't believe how fast we're growing. At the moment of this making of this video, we are at 549 subscribers. Guys, we're still on the road to 1,000. Continue to subscribe. I appreciate it. Since we made the 500 subscriber mark, it's giveaway time. So we're doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be in this video, guys. I'm going to give you all the information on that at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Watch all the way to the end. I'll give you all the information at the end of this video. But for right now, guys, I want to read you guys the verse of the day. Today's verse comes from Joel chapter 2, verse 12 and 13. It says, "Even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning. Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God. He is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love, and he relents from sending calamity." I'll read it one more time for you guys. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 12 and 13. It says, "Even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning. Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God. He is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love, and he relents from sending calamity." God, you're so good, Lord. Thank you so much for this day, God. I thank you for the 500 subscribers you've grown this channel to, Lord. I thank you for the time I get to spend on the water with Porter. I ask you to keep us safe today. Bless our time. Lord, I just ask that anyone who doesn't know you, Lord, would come to know you through these Bible readings, and anyone who already knows you, Lord, would come to know you better, God. Thank you for this day. I thank you for everything you've given me. Keep us safe. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, guys, let's see if we can catch some fish. Like I said, I marked some fish over here. I don't know, I might fish this island. I might just fish around it real quick, see what we can get. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, I did tell you guys I was idling around earlier. I fixed the motor. If you watched the last video, I had a little bit of motor problems. I fixed it. It was the starter. The starter had went out on the motor, and yeah, just put a new starter in, and fires up like a champ. So, if you didn't watch the last video, go check it out. It was pretty fun. We're gonna start throwing the Berkley Fritz side.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna throw it around for a minute and see what we can get. Just gonna work this island. Just see what's around. Some grass. I'll tell you that. There's grass. Definitely grass. Wow, a lot of grass. Or giant fish. Definitely weeds. Okay, so we got weeds shallow. This might not be the bait of choice. Try that one more time. Got a lot of weeds. Holy moly. Might not be able to throw the... I'll throw it out this way a little bit and just see. Marking quite a bit of fish on the screen here. Fish there, fish there. Now we're not moving very fast, so they're kind of elongated. The slower you go, the longer that fish will be on the screen. It'll look long. So you're kind of judging the size of the fish based off of the colors that the sonar is putting out. If it's putting out a lot of red, it's a bigger fish, and if the line's thicker, if you see a wider line, that probably means it's a bigger fish. If you guys have been following along on my channel, you know that the last two videos I've personally been skunked. I haven't caught anything in my last two videos. My dad did save the day for me though in the last video and caught 3 for me, but I personally my last 2 trips out I've caught 0 fish. So my confidence right now is a little low. We're gonna go fish the bank. That's what we're gonna do. Just see what we can do. See, we're sitting in 21 feet of water right here. Closer to the bank, I just figure maybe we'll get a bass that's suspended off over where the break or breaks. I have to tell you this, dropping to him was not working. Not one fish reacted to anything I dropped. On this side, I'm throwing right up to the bank. I mean, I'm throwing right up shallow to the bank there, and I'm not hitting weeds. And I'm sitting, and it's a fairly steep break because I can hit sitting in 16 feet of water right now, and I can make a cast to the shore. So it's a fairly steep break from, which I like in the wintertime especially. So to throw shallow and kind of come out here in the steeper water, there could be bass. Just kind of sitting out here off of this break somewhere. or even there's a couple docks out here. We got some docks. I mean, they could be up under the docks. Good places to target bass, guys, is structure. You want to find, they like to hold tight to cover. That could be anything. It could be a dock, it could be a log, it could be a lay down tree, it could be a rock. But they like to ambush their prey, so they sit behind that kind of stuff or hold really tight to it, and then when a bait fish comes by, bluegill, crappie, perch, whatever, trout, they'll swim out and get it. Alright guys, we're going to work our way back over to the island. I like the way that island's set up. I like the way that it was super shallow water. 6 to 8 feet of water with weeds on it. And then it had a steep break out to about 15 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the boat up like really close to the bank. Like maybe even on the bank. Kind of just pin it up against there. And then cast out into deeper water. And work the bait in for a little bit. And then if that doesn't pan us out any fish, we don't get any fish doing that, I'm going to spend the last hour of the day fishing for trout. We're going to go solely for trout, so we're going to try that and see what happens. Feels rocky down there. The bottom feels like a bumping rock. I know this is rocky. I can see, my trolling motor's on the, hitting the bottom, kind of pinning me to the shore, right to the ground right here. Time to set up for the trout. So what I'm gonna do, set up this little guy. This pole here. Basically for these trout, I'm just setting up a basic, I guess basically a Carolina rig. Just take a, let's see if I even have everything here. Take a barrel weight, just a little weight. Run it through your line. Like so. Then you take a swivel, a barrel swivel, just tie that on. Like that. So basically, there's multiple ways you can do this. Basically what I got, you got the weight and the swivel. They're just kind of hanging right there. Some people like to put beads like in here, and so that weight is hitting the bead, not hitting, messing with your knot and stuff. I don't really do that. I've never really had an issue with it, so I don't do it. But yeah, and then I'm gonna just take the 6-pound line. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, make a leader out of it. Probably do like a, I don't know, 2-foot leader. So about 2.5 feet of line, and then we just tie that onto the other end of our swivel. Okay, now you tie that on. Then you get your hook. Get a nice little hook. I use these. These are just Gamakatsu octopus hooks, size 8, and they're just little guys. I like this size for trout. They're just a little tiny hook. Guys, it's starting to snow on us. Just a little tiny hook. Tiny little snowflakes. Not crazy. It's not like dumping snow right now, but it's definitely little snowflakes falling every once in a while. That could be why the bite's not so good today. Just this cold front moving through. But then you just take your hook, tie your hook onto the end. And this is just a basic, I don't even know what this knot is called. It's basically I call it a fisherman's knot. I don't know what the name of it. You basically just run your line through the eye, and then you just twist it like 6 to 8 times around until you have like 6 or 8 little loops in your line, and then you take your tag end and put it through the hole and back through the little hole at the base there. Pull it, and then there's going to create another one up at the top, and I put the line back through that, and then kind of pull that tight, and then I wet it. Love it. And then pull it tight. With little hooks like this, you do want to be careful pulling the line tight because you don't want to get it in your finger. So, you know, maybe use a pair of pliers to grab on when you're pulling down and cinching everything tight. Just that way you don't get a hook in your finger. And then just like that. And then you just take this, the little bit of line left, and just snap it off. And you don't want to cut it like, you don't want to cut it right up against the knot. You want to leave a little bit of a tag there, just in case that knot starts to slip or whatever. You have a little bit of room before that knot comes undone. So, and then that's it. So basically, this is our setup for trout. You got your weight and your leader, and then you have your hook that is going to sit up. And basically, what this is going to do, we're going to use these power eggs. They got like a garlic scent on them. Some are yellow and some are orange. This one's got a little bit of both, but I usually just take two. They're like these little rubber things. I love these for trout because they stay together really well. They don't get stuff all over your fingers. You can use it multiple. You can catch multiple fish on these if you get them. So I just thread the bait. Just thread that right on the hook, like so. And that's why I like to use these little hooks, because it basically covers the whole thing. Then we just throw it out there and wait. Let's see if we can get a trout, guys. I can't catch anything really lately. I'm on a slump. Let's see what happens. Whee! So basically with trout fishing, guys, when you're fishing for trout, it's pretty basic. If you do it this way, if you're just throwing power bait or power eggs. They call these things power eggs, but they're not an egg. It's like a phony power bait is what it is. When you're throwing this, you just throw it out, let it hit the bottom, and then just leave it. I mean, you don't have to do anything, just leave it. Once it's on the bottom, it's gonna do the work for you, and you just wait. It's actually strange. Sometimes these trout want it moving. Like, I've had times where I've got to move it, like kind of just drag it really, really slow to get the trout to bite. But for the most part, you just throw it out and let it sit. Don't touch it. Just let it sit, and they'll hit it eventually. I would say, guys, after a couple minutes, if you haven't gotten a bite, reel up just to check your bait. Make sure there's not like weeds on it, things like that. Sometimes you throw down there and you'll get a weed on there, and if there's weeds or something, if something's on it, on the bait, fish a lot of times won't bite it. All right, guys, that's it. That's 1 o'clock. That's it. Man. Bummer. It's funny, actually. Both times I've done the giveaway, no fish. But you guys are getting a prize, so that's a win. Let's get into the giveaway. Let's get into the prizes, and then I'll tell you how to enter and how long the contest is going to run for, the giveaway will run for. Okay, on this giveaway, what I decided to do, on the last giveaway I gave you guys out, I gave out the baits that I had done best on. Now that we're moving into spring, even though it's snowing today, you know, March is right around the corner. It will start warming up. Fish are we're gonna be moving into more like pre-spawn and things like that. So I decided to give out my favorite baits for the pre-spawn. The first bait I want to give out is a Z-Man chatterbait. This is a 1/2 ounce Z-Man chatterbait. I'm gonna give you guys two of them. These are my two favorite colors. This is a green pumpkin and black and blue. So you're gonna get two Z-Man chatterbaits. These are great baits for that pre-spawn. Throw them around grass. You can throw them really around anything. I like throwing them around grass and docks. That's probably the most productive spot. Those are probably my two most productive spots, is grass and docks. I can throw them around wood, like lay down and stuff. It tends to get a little bit hung up in wood easier, but it does really well in grass and docks. And then the other bait I do really well on, if the chatterbait bait isn't working, can't get them on chatterbait, I like to go to a jig. And so this is a Denny Brauer 1/2 ounce structure jig. Again, I'm going to give you guys two. My favorite colors. This is like a green pumpkin with purple, and then black and blue. Both 1/2 ounce structure jigs. This is a cool jig though too, because you can fish it on the bottom, just fish it like a normal jig, cast it out, let it hit the bottom, and kind of just slowly lift your rod tip up and work it back to the boat that way. But you can also swim it back. You can use it as a swim jig if you want to. It doesn't cut through grass as well as a swim jig. It's not a swim jig, but you can still just swim it like a swim jig. I do it that way sometimes, and just like using it as a swim jig, and I've caught fish doing that. So it works good that way too. And then I'm also gonna give you guys out a package of, this is the Missile Baits D-Bomb Green Pumpkin. I like these baits. This is kind of what they look like. They're like a creature bait. You can use this bait as a Texas rig bait and work it like a jig, but I like to use it. My favorite thing to use these for is to use them as the trailer on my jig and on my chatterbaits. They work really good as the trailers. I'm putting them on the back of those. I'll just kind of open this up and show you guys. Here's the bait. There's multiple ways. So one way I like to rig it on the chatterbait is if you rig it horizontal, these legs will kick up and down, which is I think how a lot of people put it. Like when you do it on a jig, that's the way you do it. It's horizontal. But on that chatterbait, you can actually turn this bait sideways, and then these feet will kick this way versus kicking like this. They're gonna kick this way, and so they go really good on the chatterbait. And I actually like even like pairing up this black and blue with this green pumpkin. It's one of my favorites. And then also it goes great with this as this green pumpkin and purple. Great trailer for those. So that's the baits we're giving away, guys. And then we are also giving away another $25 Bass Pro Shop gift card. So here's our giveaway, guys. All together. I can't thank you guys enough for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. How to get into this giveaway, guys, how you're gonna enter in. You gotta be subscribed to this channel, you gotta like this video, comment on this video, and you'll be entered in. Leave a comment on this video, like this video, and then subscribe to my channel, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. The giveaway, guys, is gonna run from the day that this video drops, which is gonna be Monday, February 27th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then it's gonna run until March 3rd at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on March 3rd. I'm gonna pick a winner. That'll be a Friday. How I'm gonna pick the winner, I'm just gonna randomly pick somebody, pick a comment. I will comment on that comment and then pin that comment, which will then put that comment at the top of the comment board. YouTube will also send you guys a notification, and that's how we're picking winners, guys. That's how we're doing this. That's the length of it. I also leave all this information, guys, in the description box of this video. So all this information is on how to enter, length of the contest, and all that is gonna be in the description box. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry we didn't catch anything again, but like I said in the last giveaway video, that I didn't catch any fish on. You don't always catch them, but we're getting the good, bad, and the ugly out here, and I'm on a little bit of a lull. I'm a little downtrend here. I have not caught a fish in my last 3 videos. But that's okay. We're getting it all. You guys, I'm not gonna not show it, because that's just how it is. That's just fishing, and sometimes you don't catch them. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll do it again. Ready, Freddy?
Uh-huh.